Okay, welcome back. In this video about the Mini Apprentice, we're going to install the landing gear. Remember, there's two slots here, one in front of the battery compartment, one behind the battery compartment. The front slot is for the floats, and the back slot is for the landing gear. So it just slips in there, very simply, slips in and out. And there are two kinds of pieces of plastic here. Okay, there's a small one and a large one. Okay, so you got a small and a large piece of plastic, and the small ones are for the back, and there is a left and a right to it, and the large ones are the front. And you're going to put both of them on, even though you don't have anything up here. It's just so you know where they are in case you want to buy the floats. So we are going to put both of these in. And so there is a left and a right, and so you just sort of have to put them in there like that. And now there's 12 of these tiny screws. You're only going to need 10 of them, and 2 are extra. Okay, so you'll need 10 of those and a good Phillips screwdriver. And so I'm going to go ahead and screw the first one in here. Okay. Now I'm not going to screw it down all the way. Okay. I'm just going to get it down to where it's kind of finger tight. And make sure everything is aligned before I screw them all down completely. Okay. So that one's sort of finger tight. Now I want to make sure that the landing gear is fitting nicely, and it is. So I'll get the other piece here, and it should fit in the opposite direction like this. Now you're putting some pressure on the wire, okay? So you may have to hold this down a little bit to get that to fit the way you like it. And you got to turn it in the right direction, correct direction. And fit this in. And again, I like to just get them started and then evenly apply pressure on both to get them down tight. So I'm just going to get it started, 3 or 4 turns. Okay, that's started enough. So that's 4 screws, and the back one is almost assembled. By the way, when you're doing this, do it over a nice table with a towel or something on it, so if you drop a screw like I just did, it doesn't bounce on the floor and you lose it. You got 2 extras. Okay. Now these same screws here are the same screws you're going to use to put the tail horizontal and vertical stabilizers on. Okay, so now those are both in place. I'm going to bend this wire, or not bend it, but apply a little pressure to it to tighten this down. Tighten one side. Tighten the other side. Tighten this side. And then you just visually look at it and see if it's tightened down as much as you can get it. And those look pretty good. Okay, so I'm going to stop there. What I'm going to do next is put the other 4 on. They're not that important, but it is nice to know that you have these in and you won't lose them. And here you don't have to worry about how tight they are. Just making sure they're tight enough that they're not going to come out. And if you ever buy the floats, you know where the screws and pieces of plastic are. Okay, so I'll do the rest of those off camera. Thank you for watching, and stay tuned for the next video.